Hey, Aaron and Brandon. My name's Chris. And just as I talked to Megan and I promised her, this is your free custom video that shows you how to actually beat your competitors, increase your online presence, and drive more customers right to your business. Now, Megan also told me that you're pretty happy with who you have with your advertisement and marketing team, which is why I know a lot of the stuff I'm about to show you on this video is going to be very, very surprising because you're going to want to know how you're actually performing compared to your competitors. And I get into that. Now, the reason I made you this video is because I've noticed with a lot of business owners, you guys are too busy running the company to learn how the internet can actually help you maximize growth. And I found that by giving business owners free attack plans of what they could do for themselves has resulted in, yes, some of them using it for themselves, which is fine, but others reaching back out and asking me for my help. Another reason why I love doing these things is because I know what it can do. I've seen it change the lives of those in business and their families. I've seen previously overly stressed and busy business owners have more financial freedom and be able to spend more time with who and doing what matters most to them. Plus, being able to grow their team and afford to pay everyone what they're worth. I've also seen businesses that were already flourishing reach massive new heights in a matter of just months. Now, if you really don't care about any of this, you do not have to waste your time by watching the rest of this video. Knowing though that you must be very busy, I did try to keep it short to be respectful of your time. So just as promised, these are the three things that you could be doing today to increase your online presence and drive more business. And those are going to be content, backlinks, and citations. I'm also going to teach you about what keywords are and which ones are going to be best to drive growth. So first off, looking at your site, I like the layout and I love the logo. It's unique, it's family oriented, it's based upon water, which is plumbing. It's just, I love it. It's genius across the board. But everything else, the function of the website, it looks pretty good. It's pretty clean. It's fairly easy to manage. There's just little stuff here and there that I noticed, like the spacing. I'm very, very detailed oriented, so I look at all of those little things. But going right into it, we're going to start off first with content. Page content is made up of the words, the images, and text behind the images called alt text that make up a certain page of your site. You guys are going to want at least 1,500 words to be optimized with Google with their current algorithms. This also gives you a lot more opportunity to fill in with some buyer intent keywords that you're trying to rank and get traffic for. What a buyer intent keyword is, a keyword is a word or phrase typed into Google that somebody is searching. And what makes it a buyer intent keyword is the way that it's worded. So it's worded in such a way that you know whoever's searching for it is ready to make a purchase. In this case, a plumbing purchase that we're talking about. So when you think about content, take a look at why Wikipedia, for example, was always at the top of the results when you search for something. Because they have the most authoritative and the most relevant content to the topic that's being searched. You see, Google has bots. The more content that you have, the more these bots actually focus on your website. And that also will allow you and allow the bots to see more of those buyer intent keywords and ranking you higher for them, which is going to turn into more paying customers for you. Now, if we take a look at your website and the amount of content that you have on your website, and then we look at Master Plumbers over in Greensboro, you guys are pretty even right now. But when we take a look at the actual performance here in a second, there's a lot more to it than just that. But neither of the sites are optimized. There's a lot of money and a lot of opportunity being left on the table here. And in the rest of the video, I'm going to be showing you why that is. Now, the second and extremely important thing when it comes to optimizing your online presence are backlinks. What a backlink is another site linking to yours through theirs. And to show you better, I'm going to be going over into a tool that I use called Ahrefs. This gives you the breakdown and analysis of the performance of your website. And like I said, this is where you might be a little taken back because Megan told me that you love the people that you're working with, and that's awesome if you guys have a great relationship. But I want to be able to show you what's actually being done on the back end, and it surprises a lot of business owners when I do this. So the first thing you're going to see here is the power of the homepage. Very, very important if you're trying to rank for that homepage, which everybody is. This is the power of the entire domain. The amount of backlinks that you have, the amount of websites referring those backlinks, also extremely important. The amount of keywords that you're ranking for, and this is the amount of organic traffic that you are getting. Now, your Google Analytics will actually give you a much more accurate representation of what your traffic looks like. This is still pretty close, and everything else is dang spot on. So how a backlink works is it works just like this. If I went over here and clicked on this, and it brought me up to your website, That's how it works. That is exactly what a backlink is. There's two different types of backlinks though. There are do follow links and there are do not follow links. The do follow links are the only ones actually pushing power to your page, which is why these are so important to focus on. As you can see, less than half of your backlinks are do follow. Not the best ratio. And this is something that's extremely important. You want most of your backlinks to be do follow links because once again, it gives your site authority. Something else about backlinks though is that they're not always created equal. You want websites that are powerful linking to you to show Google that you are the authority. You see, Google sees it just as a popularity contest. You want more powerful sites linking to you. It's like hanging out with the cool kids, right? It's going to make you look better. You also want them to be relevant because they work a lot more effectively if they are. For example, if you have plumbing websites linking to you, that's going to do a lot more for you than, let's say, Pizza Hut, because you don't sling pizzas for a living. If you do, I'm making this for the entirely wrong person, and you can cut it off right now, and there's no point in watching the rest of it, but I know that's not true. Now, if we look at your backlink profile, we compare it to Master Plumber. As you can see, there's a lot more, and look at the traffic that he's getting. This is insane, and this is the possibility, because this is not extremely hard to beat. It's not. And there's also so many other areas, including Winston-Salem and all of those other areas surrounding the Greensboro area that you could be ranking getting traffic for. You do not have to pick just one of them. You do not have to pick just a couple keywords. You could be ranking in the top position for all of them. And just think about for a second what that could mean for you, your business, and your family. Right? So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at some of their keywords. And once again, we're just looking at a Greensboro focused company right here. I'm not going into all the keywords into the surrounding areas as well. That would be outside of the scope of this video, and I'd be happy to talk about that on another call with you. But as you can see, every single one of these keywords has their own search volume. And you can rank in the top position for every single one of these, let alone the ones for Winston-Salem and so on. So these are the kind of opportunities that you guys have at your disposal if you're willing to go and get it. So now we're going to look at a Google search. As you can see, I've typed one in that gets a lot of traffic. The first thing you're going to see here at the beginning are ads. The one thing about ads is that if they're not effectively created, they become a serious money pit. A lot of phones and computers even have ad blockers, which is another reason why organic ranking is so important. But this baby right here, this is the Google Map Pack. Now, getting ranked in the first position here typically means 40 to 50% more call volume than top organic ranking alone. Not just search volume, call volume. And that is a legitimate statistic. I'm not blowing smoke. What gets you ranked here is having a stronger and a larger citation profile than your competitor. A citation is your business's name, address, and phone number submitted word for word into directory sites such as Yelp and Yellow Pages. There are some other ranking factors here which include the quality of the citations and how powerful they are, the optimization of the Google My Business profile itself, the number of Google reviews and what your ratings are on Google. Most importantly is how well you're ranking organically on a search. Now, even if you're not on the first page or in the top spots, it's going to be a little bit harder, but not impossible by any means to rank in that top position with the right citation profile. So just to recap what we went over, content. Your front page needs to have about 1,500 words with properly filled in buyer intent keywords that you're trying to rank for, and your back-end service pages need to have about 500 to 750 words of the same thing. Your backlink profile, you want it to be more relevant and more powerful and more numerous, of course, than your competitor to show that you are the authority. And to be ranked in that top position of the Google Map Pack, my solid rule is to have at least 200 to 300 citations to beat out your competitor by a landslide, or at least just substantially more than your top competitor. If they have 300, you're going to want 500. The game is all about domination here. And if you implemented all of these strategies today, you can become number one on Google for your business and reap the rewards with a ton of new paying customers, more money, more growth, and more freedom. Now, Brandon and Aaron, I hope you liked the video at least half as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I'd love to hop on a quick call with you guys just to at least get some little bit of feedback and hear your thoughts, just so I know you at least got some value out of it and I didn't waste both of our times. Now, with that being said, Brandon and Aaron, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you both very soon.